Ich bin deine Pussycat. Kiss mich, kleiner Tiger.
Meowdy y'all! Welcome to my gossip blog. It's 8 a.m. in the morning, but I decided to finally make this video. Today's topic is a bit more personal to me, but I decided to share it just in case, anybody can relate or like, cause I always like seeing my favorite creators talk about themselves. But that's not really the important part of this video. The most important part of this video is related to the Friday Night Funkin' fandom, actually. I won't be getting into drama here, as I've already made plenty of videos about the drama, but as y'all know, the Friday Night Funkin' community has targeted me since June 2023, and there are particularly two people from this fandom, certain people known as actually about free. There is Bunny Slasher, aka Lillian, an Irish Catholic woman. I think she's Irish American, I can't tell, and I don't really care at this point, but there's her, along with your Clary Godmother, also known as Claire May Spencer, who is a French, British, Irish, Canadian evangelical Christian, along with Mary, also known as Through the Walls, also known as Freckle Stuck, who is an Irish Mexican Catholic, and let's just say that they started a rumor about me that is very unflattering and has honestly caused me a lot of distress, as I'm very proud of my heritage and myself as a person. They have started a rumor that I am secretly Irish Catholic, even though I am a French, German, Jewish woman, and I have proven this on multiple occasions. But since they won't shut up about that, I think probably out of jealousy, I'm just going to go into extreme detail about my family and how I came to be in America, considering I am a third-generation immigrant. So, basically, let's just get started on this. So, let's start on the French side of my family, which is the paternal side, and the side that has been here the longest. So, my family was all in Europe until the 1800s. In the 1800s, my father's side came over, my French ancestors came over as French soldiers, and they settled in New Orleans, where I was born and raised. And because of that, they have been in the same neighborhood since, I believe, the 1800s. Wow, and my neighborhood's very French, so that side is almost 100% French. Basically, I am almost fully 50% French, so unless you count the bits of Italian and Japanese on that side, which I don't really count as it's very small, but yeah, that side is pretty much 100% French, and I'm very proud of that side. Now, as for my maternal side, it's a little bit more difficult. And I'd say the 1920s or 1930s, my maternal grandfather was a baby, and he immigrated to America, and with his mother and his father from Denmark. Yes, my grandfather on that side is Danish, so that's why I do mention Denmark quite a bit. And I will say about that's how I actually got into Aqua and Toy Box and all of the Europop that I'm into. So yeah, I'm part Danish. Now, as for my maternal grandmother, it's a bit darker. So this was the 30s or the 40s, and she's from Germany, as in she's 100% German, and her family, of course, is Jewish. She was a baby, and so was her brother at this time, and let me just say there was a certain war going on, and considering she's Jewish, and so were her parents, they were in a lot of danger, so they came over to America. Now, there's actually something important to note about this, considering she was a German Jewish woman. Judaism is not a race, despite what the FNF community claims. Judaism is a religion, and Judaism is a matrilineal religion. My father, for example, was Christian, but my mother is Jewish, therefore I am Jewish. Her mother was Jewish, therefore she is Jewish, etc., etc. It's passed down from the mother, not the father. An example of this would be my little cousin. I will not be giving any information about him, considering that I do not want my Friday Night Funkin' stalkers or Safa or anyone else making gross moves on him, because he's only 10 years old. But his father, my mother's brother, is a Jewish man, but his mother is a Catholic woman. My cousin specifically is half black and half white, His mother is a black Catholic woman, while his father is a white Jewish man. So he is not Jewish himself, he is Catholic. While I am Jewish, as my mother is the one who is Jewish. So yeah, basically to sum it up, unlike what Bunny has been claiming, along with Clara May Spencer, Judaism is not a race, it is not an ethnicity, it is not what you think it is not something that runs in your blood, it's a religion, and it's passed down from mother to child. And since my mother is Jewish, and her mother is Jewish, and etc., and I have been practicing Jew all my life, I am a Jewish woman. And now, to get into my nationality, it has always been American. I was born and raised in America, and I am completely fine with that. However, I am a third-generation immigrant, as my grandmother and grandfather on my mother's side are both first-gen immigrants from Denmark and Germany. My grandpa being from Denmark and my grandma being from Germany. But my mother herself was born and raised in America, making her a second-generation immigrant. Therefore, that makes me a third-generation immigrant. But my nationality has always been American. While it's pretty hard to say, like, French, German, Danish, American, like, it's just kind of a mouthful, and I don't really want to bother with that. I just kind of go with saying that I'm European American, because that's the most accurate, because I'm a mix of European cultures, 3 of them, and I was born and raised in America, so I just go with that. I also go by French German rather than French German Danish, as French German Danish is a bit of a mouthful, and I grew up in both French and German cultures while I did not grow up in Danish culture. So yeah, that's an explanation in detail about my heritage and my nationality, considering the lies that the Friday Night Funk community started about me. So yeah, I'm very proud of my European American heritage, and I would not trade it for the world. I don't want to be anything else, and that's all I gotta say. So, until next time, XOXO, Tattle Tabby.